Hey guys, welcome to Bastion Time. I'm your host Bastion. This is Let's Play Final Fantasy Adventure, and also known as Sad Cat Stories. I just was here and I've totally forgotten. I think this is the direction I need to go. So yeah, I was telling you the story about my cat. So basically, my friend Dylan had a cat, but he was moving somewhere where he couldn't really bring the cat with him, so he had to find somebody to take the cat, and originally his sister was going to be able to do it, but then she found out that she couldn't have cats, so then he was going to have to take the cat to a shelter. And I was like, oh geez, don't do that, I'll go ahead and take the cat. And I'd always wanted a cat, so it wasn't like it was a big imposition or anything. I just didn't feel like I was the best possible pet owner at the time, like, that I really could give the cat as much... I guess I forgot that cats and dogs are... I don't know. Anyways, the point is locked. Point is that door is locked. So I just felt like, well, but it's somebody else's cat, and I would always just want my own cat. I don't want somebody else's cat. But anyways, the cat and I like bonded like almost instantly. And she's super sweet and adorable, so it was fine. But then for some reason she stopped eating. I still don't understand why she stopped eating, and so then she was getting like super weak and could barely stand up and was like stumbling around and falling down, which sounds cute, but it was pretty terrifying. And then so then eventually I took her to the vet, and the vet thought that she had a brain tumor and was blind, and I was like, oh my gosh, how's all of this happening? But then was like, but there's also the possibility it might just be fatty liver disease, but let's go ahead and take her to the pet hospital, and she'll stay there for a little while and try to get better. And I was like, okay, sounds like a plan. And sure enough, she did get better, and he was like, okay, yeah, it turns out it's just probably fatty liver disease, it's not a brain tumor, and she is blind right now, but it's probably like a temporary blindness from not eating, and so, you know, she'll probably be fine once she eats. And but she can't physically eat right now. I forget exactly what the deal with that was, so the only way she could eat was they had to install a feeding tube into the back, it went like down into her throat or whatever, but it was... What the heck was that sound? But it was installed like in the back of her neck, so that was horrifying. So what I would have to do is... I forget how many times a day I'd have to do this. I would have to fill a syringe full... Oh my gosh, I just walked right through that lava. I would have to fill a syringe full of her special food, and then like I'd have to mix it up with water or something? I can't remember what the deal was. And then I need to cure, but I don't have any ability to do so. Right? One magic point is not going to do it. I don't have any ethers to refill my magic. I am really boned right now. I need to level up, basically, to refill. Oh my gosh. Well, let's see how that goes. Where am I even going anyway? I guess I need to go down. So anyways, I had to feed her with a tube installed into her neck through a feeding syringe thing. Not syringe, but like, well, I mean, it was a syringe, but it wasn't like a with a needle on it. Although there was a needle involved, and that's because she wasn't getting fluids. So, oh yeah, I just got an ether. That just registered in my brain. Okay, so ether. So she also didn't have any fluids, so I had to put an IV in her so she could get fluids. It was a horrifying experience and very expensive. I did not have necessarily the extra dough to do all of this, but I had a pretty sizable tax return that had just come in, so basically that entire tax return that was like I forget how much it was, like just shy of $2,000 or something like that. Because I'm kind of crazy when it comes to my taxes. I way overpay so that way I get a big return at the end, but that's another story for another time. But anyways, yeah, so basically that all went to the cat's medical bills. But then she got basically 100% well. It took a while, and she's still not completely back to normal. She's a little slightly awkward about jumping and stuff, but oh my gosh, I just used up my magic. This is why that's an issue. I'll just equip the bone key. Like, what could I possibly do with the bone key by accident? I don't even want to imagine. Let's see here. But then... okay. Item key. So then... I you know, so she's perfectly healthy and everything, but then I move to somewhere that doesn't allow pets, unbeknownst to me, I might add. It was in with a friend of mine, and he and his girlfriend lived in separate places, and my friend needed a new roommate to take over. Our other friend had moved out of the second bedroom in that place, and the plan was my friend was going to buy a house and wanted me to rent a room in his house. So in the small interim between where I was living currently with me and my cat in the one bedroom house that I was renting, I totally forgot what I was doing in the game. Oh yeah, I'm gonna try to smash those rocks. So then... I'm not telling this very well. I knew there was going to be something like that. Well, this is confusing. So anyways, I was living in a one-bedroom house by myself, you know, myself and the cat at that time, and my friend was going to buy a house and needed somebody to rent the room in the house that he was going to buy, but he wasn't buying the house anytime soon, and basically my lease was up or whatever. So it's kind of tricky to explain, but I was going to have to move into the apartment that he was living in for a small period of time, and I could not have the cat at that apartment necessarily. Even though I might add that at one point he did tell me that I could, but anyways, so there's that. But you know, that everything would be fine. I don't understand. I guess I needed to do the stupid snowman thing there. So then, you know, he does buy the house, and we move into the house, and his girlfriend moves into the house, and I'm like, okay, great, well, now I can get the cat. The cat, by the way, this whole time was back with her original previous owner. I was like, oh geez, Dylan, I know that you're currently now living with 9 cats. I'm not even kidding. Dylan eventually married this woman who had 9 cats. But, you know, yeah, I want to add another one. I want your old cat back for just a little while until our friend and I move into the house. And he was like, okay, sure. So the cat was staying at this other place with 9 other cats for, you know, it was supposed to be just for like a month or two until we move into this house. Well, in any case, we move into the house, and then my friend's girlfriend says, oh, I'm like, oh, I'm so excited, I'll be able to get my cat back finally. And she's like, what are you talking about now? There's not going to be any cats allowed at the house. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Of course there is. My cat. And she was like, I will never live with another cat again, so you know, you can bring the cat on over, but then I'm gonna move out, and I don't think Casey, is the house owner, is going to be any too pleased with that. So I kind of brought it up, but yeah, I don't know. I didn't really. I mean, if I pushed the issue, I'm sure I would have ended up getting my cat to live with me, but I did feel kind of like, well, at least the cat is back with the cat's original owner, so that's for the best, I guess. I don't know, I'm still a little annoyed about it, to be frank. Oh good, I have been eating ethers, so I've been getting them up the wazoo. I mean, yeah, I'm pretty sure that what I need to do is go back to where I needed to obviously do some snowman switch time, but I just hate that kind of puzzle so much. It's just annoying. It's not, games are supposed to be fun, and that is not fun. Okay, this is where I just came through, right? So it's to the far right is the one that I am doing the snowman thing in. So yeah, that's about it with me and pets. That's the extent of my pet experiences. You guys should tell me about your pet situations in the comments, if you have any interesting stories to tell, or if you have any pets of any kind. That'd be interesting to know. Let's see here. I don't want to waste an ether or anything. I'm just gonna waste this pillow. I definitely traded up. A pillow for an ether is better. Okay, so I need to cast ice magic, and let me guess, this is going to be trickier than I want it to be, because I'm going to need him to go over to the side. Oh. I definitely don't want the bee alive, right? Okay. I guess I could cast... Okay. Get out of my way. I just need to... Oh my gosh, I can't push that snowman because it was partially... Oh my gosh. This dungeon is going to drive me completely bonkers, I bet you. Okay, it's fine. I just need to exit and re-enter. It's times like these that I really wish I was doing like save state cheating. What do you guys think of save state cheating? Let me know in the comments down below. All I mean by save state cheating, because I know people can go hog wild with it, is just setting up a save state in that room, in this room here, so that way when I'm casting the ice magic, if things go slightly wrong, I can just reset and take another stab at it. That would sure be nice. But I do feel like that's kind of cheating. Okay, that wasn't so bad. Thank goodness it stays active, even though I just did that. Okay. Who's next? Is it boss battle time already? Oh, I'm down for that. Let me tell you, I'm going to equip my fancy new axe, and then I'm going to throw it. And then oh hey, this boss type has appeared in several mana games. Oh gosh, it trapped me in the corner there. It's a pretty simple pattern, but for some reason I can't quite figure it out. Oh geez, I really need to equip Cure. Oh, I can't attack it while it's spinning around in it. Fine, I'm just going to do that if it's not that big of a deal. Since I think my physical attacks are probably pretty strong. I am running out of magic though, so... Oh. Gosh darn it, I keep thinking I'm avoiding it perfectly, but its hitbox is gigantic. Oh, yeah, that was the worst possible. Oh, good. Defeated Iflight. Something tells me that's supposed to be Ifrit. Received Rusty. Rusty sword. Is this the Excalibur? I guess we'll go find out from Sibba in the next episode. See you guys then. Bye, guys.